After laying out a collection of parcels, you may want to optimize your design further by adjusting some of the parcel geometry. In this lesson, we'll explore a few ways to edit Civil 3D parcels. On my screen is some geometry that represents a proposed subdivision. This subdivision is made up of a collection of parcels that were created using a variety of methods. Let's zoom in. When it comes to editing parcel geometry, the primary tool we use is grips. And the number of grips we see is going to depend on how that parcel segment was created. For example, I'm going to select this entity. When I do, we can see a grip at either end. This tells me that this parcel segment was created using the From Objects method. Being that I have a grip at either end, I have a lot of flexibility. Let me select this grip, and I can snap it wherever I like. I'm going to snap it to the southeast corner of Lot 9. When I do, it frees up this area. Let me press Escape to deselect, and if I select Lot 78, we can see this is now a flag-shaped lot. Let's press Escape. Now, even though I edited this segment with a grip, we can still use some of the modification tools AutoCAD has available. Extend works very well. For example, let's say I'd like to extend this property line down to meet this edge. I'll open the Trim menu and I'll choose Extend. I'll select the property line to the south as my boundary edge and press Enter, and then I'll click to extend my property line. I'll press Escape when finished. Let's zoom out. I'll pan this up. Knowing this, let's extend this property line all the way down to the right-of-way. I'm going to start by removing some of these other property lines. I'll just select these with a crossing window, and I'll press Delete to erase them. I'll come back up and choose Extend. I'll choose the right-of-way and press Enter, and then I'll select my property line again to extend it. I'll press Escape when finished. Now let's zoom in south of this cul-de-sac. Right here, I have a pair of property lines that are really close to sharing the same endpoint. I'd like to use one property iron for that corner. Let's slide this line over. If I select this property line, I can see it has a grip at one end. That means it was created using one of the specialized tools. That would be Slide Line, Swing Line, or Freeform Create. If I click this grip at the bottom, I can use it to slide this line back and forth along the frontage edge. I'm going to slide it such that it matches the end point of this property line. It's important to note that each time I make an adjustment, all of my areas update. Let's pan this over. I'd like to slide this line over as well. Let me press Escape to deselect the other one. I'll select this property line, I'll click the grip, and we'll pull this over to meet the end point of this line. And I'll press Escape. Finally, let's take this property line and we'll place it between these two. I'll select this property line, I'll click the grip at the bottom. Where do I want to place this? Shift right click, I'll choose Mid Between Two Points from the menu, and then I have a running object snap set for endpoint. So I'll choose this endpoint and this one to move that property line to the midpoint between those 2 points. I'll press Escape when finished. Let's pan this over. Over here I have some additional geometry that I could clean up. I'm going to start by pushing this line up to meet this point. If I select this property line, I can see it has a single grip. Let's select the grip and I'll pull this up to meet this endpoint. Now these are collinear, so when I click to place this, sometimes we don't always get what we expect. Let me come up and click Undo, and I'll just move it a different way. I'll click the property line, I'll click this grip. Now where do I want to place that grip? Shift right click, I'll choose Intersection. I'd like to place this grip to the intersection of, I'll click this property line and the right-of-way. That works pretty good. I will then select this property line. This was created from objects. We can see all the grips. Let's move this grip to the endpoint here. All of these lots will share a single property iron. Let's take this corner and I'll move it parallel to this line until it intersects with this edge. I'll do that by clicking the grip. I'll shift right click and I'll choose Intersection. I'll choose this property line and then this one. Finally, we'll move this edge over. I'll click this grip, shift right click. I'll move it to the intersection of this property line and this one. I'll press Escape a couple times when finished. Let's zoom out and take a look. This is much cleaner, although as I look at Lot 3, I can see I've violated my minimum lot size, 10,000 square feet. If I select this property line, I can see this was created using one of those specialized tools. Let's edit it using a specialized tool. I'm going to press Escape to deselect. Let's pan this over. I will then come up and open the Parcel menu, and I'll choose Parcel Creation Tools. In the Parcel Layout Tools toolbar, I will make sure and click the chevron so I can see my parcel sizing options. These are all the same settings that we used before: 10,000 square foot lot, 50-foot frontage, 50-foot width, 100-foot depth. I'm going to open the Create menu, and I'll choose Slide Line Edit. I will then click OK to accept the default styles. Then we'll just follow the command line. Civil 3D says select attached lot line to adjust. I want to adjust this one. Now that I've chosen that lot line, which parcel do I want to adjust? I'll click inside Parcel 3. I can then identify the frontage. Let me zoom out a little. My frontage is going to be from the southernmost corner of Lot 3 to the westernmost corner of Lot 76. Finally, I'll press Enter to accept the default angle. This moves that lot line over ever so slightly. Let me click Yes to accept the results, and I'll press Escape a couple times. We can see Lot 3 now meets that minimum requirement. That being said, when it shifted that line over, let's zoom in. We'll get in here real close. We can see it came off of the corner right here just a little bit. Not a problem. I'll select this property line, and I'll click the grip, and I'll place this to the endpoint here. So actually, I'm making this lot even a little bit bigger. Let me place that corner, and we'll see if it even makes a difference. Nope, still 10,000 square feet. I'm going to press Escape to deselect. Let's pan this over. In the previous lesson, I created this park site. It measures 2 acres, which comes to 87,120 square feet. I created that using the Swing Line tool on this lot line. If I click it, we can see it just has the one grip. Maybe I'd like the park site to be an even 87,000 square feet. Let me press Escape, and we'll use a specialized tool to adjust this lot. Once again, I'll go back to the Parcel menu, and I'll choose Parcel Creation Tools. For my lot size, I'll choose 87,000, and I'll press Enter. Let's open the Create menu, and I'll choose Swing Line Edit. I'll click OK to accept the default styles. Now, which lot line do I want to adjust? I'll choose this one. After choosing that lot line, which parcel do I want to adjust? I'll click inside Parcel 2. I can then identify my frontage. I'll pick the endpoint down here, and I'll pull along the right-of-way. And I'll stop, here on the north side of Lot 59. That's far enough. Finally, where's my swing point? I'm going to choose this endpoint that we used earlier. When I do, it adjusts that property line ever so slightly. I'll choose Yes to accept the result. I'll press Escape a couple times to get out of the command. And when I zoom in, I can see Lot 2 now measures a perfect 87,000 square feet. As you can see, not only does Civil 3D make it easy to size the lots, it also makes it very easy to edit them. Now that you understand the basics of parcel editing, try using these techniques to modify some of the other parcels in this subdivision.